Hi, PerspectaWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Tuesday, October 2nd. A couple of frontal systems to deal with here in the Mid-Atlantic region. One arrives late today and another one arrives on Thursday night. There can be some shower and thunderstorm activity later this afternoon into the evening hours in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, associated with this first cool frontal system. It does not turn cooler on Wednesday behind the front. Should be mostly sunny on Wednesday. Quite warm, high temperatures at or slightly above the 80-degree mark in the I-95 corridor. The second front, however, does bring some relief in the temperatures for the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday time frame. That front could spark a few showers and thunderstorms on Thursday night, and then again we turn cooler for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There's been some real cold air bottled up in Canada over the past few weeks, way below normal in much of Canada for those past couple of weeks. It looked earlier like that colder air would move to the south and east into the Mid-Atlantic region, perhaps later this week or so. But now it looks like that'll hold off until at least the middle part of the month. Main reason, we have stubborn high pressure sitting over the northeast U.S. and it looks like these higher than normal heights in the upper part of the atmosphere will remain over the northeast U.S. for the next couple of weeks. So again, that will keep that colder than normal air bottled up in Canada probably until the middle of the month or so, and it very well could take a tropical system in the eastern U.S. to change the pattern at mid-month to allow for that colder air to move to the south and east. We certainly are not completely out of the woods yet in terms of potential tropical activity in the eastern U.S. Well, let's look at the heights, compared to normal at 500 millibars. This is from the 60 GEFS, the ensemble run of the GFS model. Lots of orange showing up here over the northeast U.S. and this will be the trend for the next couple of weeks. And as long as this is the trend in the upper part of the atmosphere, it'll be quite impossible to get that colder air in Canada to drop south and east into the Mid-Atlantic region. Let's just move forward here in 6-hour increments. And here we go into the middle part of the week. This is following that frontal passage tonight. By the way, notice low pressure out here in the upper part of the atmosphere over Southern California. Lots of rain in the southwest U.S. over the next couple of days from the remains of Hurricane Rosa, now a tropical depression, and a vigorous upper level system also will help to produce some rainfall out in that part of the nation. But here we are in the northeast. Orange is the rule, higher heights than normal, and basically warmer than normal temperatures here. Again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be cooler than Wednesday and Thursday, but still relatively normal, maybe a little bit above normal. Here we are now into the weekend. No big change here. High pressure sitting on top of the northeast U.S. By the way, this time of the year we've always talked about the possibility with high pressure sitting up over the northeast U.S., southeastern Canada, that a tropical system could slide to the south from the east to the west across the Bahamas or Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. This pattern is setting up again here for the next couple of weeks. Very possible that we'll have to deal with a tropical system down across the Gulf of Mexico, the Caribbean Sea, that then could come up into the eastern U.S. So we'll keep monitoring that. Here we are now into the early part of next week. This is Monday. Vigorous upper level low over the interior west, but strong higher than normal heights in the northeast U.S. Again, this keeps the cold air bottled up in Canada, keeps us here in the Mid-Atlantic region generally warmer than normal, and raises the possibility of a tropical system heading into the Gulf of Mexico, the Bahamas region, from the east to the west. So we'll continue to follow this. Let's just keep moving a little bit forward here into the middle part of next week. Here we are now, Wednesday of next week. Same pattern, strong heights in the northeast U.S., vigorous upper level low. This will produce some snowfall in the higher elevations of the interior west over the next couple of weeks for sure. And again, lots of rain over the next couple of days in the southwest U.S. associated with Tropical Depression Rosa. Well, let's take a look at the 850 millibar temperature anomalies giving that upper air pattern that we just focused in on. Here's the current 5-day period, days 1 to 5 above normal temperatures here in the lower part of the atmosphere in much of the eastern U.S. Still cold air bottled up, very cold air, by the way, relative to normal, bottled up in western Canada primarily, but really all the way across Canada. They've been quite cold, but again, as long as the upper air flow remains the way it looks like it'll be for the next couple of weeks, that cold air will stay up in Canada. Let's now jump out to days 6 to 10. This is now over the weekend into the early part of next week. Still similar, above normal conditions here in the northeast U.S. Cold air not only in Canada but dropping into the western part of the U.S. Again, we saw that strong upper level low setting up over the interior west. That will bring not only the chance for snow but cold conditions relative to normal. Let's now go all the way out to days 11 to 15. This is October 12th to October 17th from the ensemble run of the GFS. Still above normal conditions in much of the eastern U.S. and cold in much of Canada and the interior west. About this time, there may be finally a push to the south and east of that colder air. And again, we may have to deal with a tropical system in the eastern U.S., especially possible in the southeast U.S. during or by the middle part of October. And that could set off a pattern change that ultimately results in colder air dropping into the southeastern part of the country and the mid-Atlantic region. Well, let's walk through the surface forecast maps from last night's 6C GFS model run. Again, two frontal systems to deal with over the next few days in the mid-Atlantic region. One arrives late today, early tonight with scattered showers and thunderstorms, and another one arrives on Thursday night. Here's the rainfall associated with that frontal system. Let's move forward in 6-hour increments. Here we go by late afternoon, early evening. The typical time frame for showers and thunderstorms in the I-95 corridor for this time of the year, basically 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., give or take an hour or so. Again, there can be some gusty thunderstorms in the mix here, but all in all, not a heavy rain event like we've seen in the past couple of weeks here, but there certainly can be scattered showers and thunderstorms later today, early tonight. Let's move forward. It does not bring any chill in the area for Wednesday. In fact, mostly sunny skies tomorrow should boost afternoon high temperatures to around the 80-degree mark in much of the I-95 corridor. And then here's that next frontal system as we move into Thursday morning. And that's backed up by very strong high pressure over the northern plains. That frontal system arrives in the I-95 corridor right about this time Thursday evening, again giving us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City. That passes on through, and then that high pressure system takes over for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Certainly cooler conditions for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For example, high temperatures on Saturday in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City, probably in the 70 to 75 degree range. Relatively normal, maybe a little bit below normal for this time of the year. But again, a cool down coming for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday following the frontal passage on Thursday night. And we have a frontal passage to deal with late today, early tonight. And both of these fronts can bring scattered showers and thunderstorms to the region. That's it for now. For PerspectaWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.